Hello, YouTubers. How you guys doing? I think I'm at the right place. I wasn't here last week because I was away last week. How you guys doing? My name is Jared Fuller. I am under the weather, so I apologize if I come off as hard to understand at times, but I'm still coming down from, I guess, what appears to be some kind of a seasonal allergy thing going on. My sinuses have been acting up all week. There was a moment in time when I didn't have my voice, but as you can hear, my voice has come back. Joining me off camera this week, Dad and Amy. Today is Sunday, July 28th, 2019. So, I've been gone for a week. I wasn't here last week. And there's a good explanation for that. Actually, an awesome explanation for that. Of course, I announced that I was going to be in Louisiana, spending time with some friends. That's where I was. Oh yeah, and it was a blast. I had so much fun. I didn't get back until Monday morning. I looked at the itinerary wrong because I thought I was going to come back early Sunday morning. In fact, I wasn't going to come back until early Monday morning. So what happened is we had some severe weather delay some flights. I was slated to come back to Detroit, and it was early Monday morning. My flight got delayed. So what I did was I contacted the airline and I said, well, is there like a closer airport I could go to get back home sooner? Because I don't want to spend another day. You know, I only paid for the weekend. And then they rebooked my flight to Lafayette, Louisiana. Turns out, we get going down Highway 10, my friend and I. There's an accident on Interstate 10, which means that we are stuck in traffic. Traffic is backed up for miles. There was no way I was going to make this flight. So, naturally, I started to panic, and I get a hold of Delta, and I said, look, the flight to Lafayette, I was unable to make it because we got stuck in traffic. There was an accident. Traffic was backed up for miles. And we sat in traffic for probably a good hour and 45 minutes. It was that bad. So what they did is they rebooked my flight again to back to Baton Rouge, and so I was slated to leave Baton Rouge to Atlanta, Georgia, Monday morning. I didn't get back to Detroit until 1:15 Monday afternoon. So it was a lot of running around, a lot of hectic moments that unfolded. But I'm back home. I had a wonderful time. My friends had taken me to, of course, around Baton Rouge. They took me to New Orleans. I was in front of the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, which is in New Orleans. I was down on Bourbon Street. I watched an alligator eat a catfish. We enjoyed lots of meals. I slept in a nice warm bed. It was just fantastic. It was awesome. It was amazing. I had a great time, and they told me that I'm welcome back down anytime. And hopefully I'll get to stay longer than just the weekend. But I had a lot of fun. Of course, I wasn't here for that last weekend. So I don't know what you guys were up to last weekend. Just sitting around here sulking because, oh, it's so quiet around here without Jared. I'm back home. I'm not traveling far distances anytime soon. Yeah, what the fuck is up with that? I'm home, and you guys are taking off. Well, I can't say that either because I've been gone. for a good bulk of the week. This past week, I've been on the road too. I went to Miracle Treat Day, of course, was this past Thursday. For at Dairy Queen, they have the annual Miracle Treat Day, which benefits Children's Miracle Network hospitals. I was there for that. I went to 4 different Dairy Queen locations. It was in Flint, Burton, Grand Blanc, and Clio. So I was at 4 different Dairy Queen locations this year. I got hog crazy. I went hog wild on buying balloons. And that was that. It was a lot of fun. What's that? What's this? Oh, yes. This is one of my coupons that I got from Dairy Queen. I got like 30 of them because I spent like $30 just in balloons. But that's okay. It all went to a good cause. And was it last Sunday? No. Duh, I was gone last Sunday. It was the Sunday before that. Was the Davis reunion. Yeah, so it was 2 weeks ago. Already. It doesn't seem like it. 2 weeks ago, we were at the Davis family reunion. I haven't been to a Davis reunion in like 15 years. And it was good to see some of the relatives. There wasn't a whole lot of people this year. But I didn't know, like, I wasn't there last year or years prior, so I don't know how the turnouts were prior to this year. But there are a lot of babies, young kids, so it's like the newer generation of family is now into the world. So it was nice to see some relatives that I haven't seen in quite a while, and it was nice to meet some new family members, some cousins, and it was really cool. And like Dad said, people that we don't even know. We've never seen them a day in our lives. But see, that's the thing about family reunions. I could pass someone in the street and not know they're related to me. That's how big my family is. On both sides, not just Dad's side, Mom's side as well. But yeah, we have a large family on both sides. So I was at the Davis reunion a couple weeks ago. That was fun. I did take a small video clip and I uploaded it to my YouTube channel to show you guys just a little bit. Typical family reunion, people getting together. We're all related on the same bloodline somewhere, somehow, every which way. Yeah. But it's been a busy life for me as of late. And I want to remind all of you to visit GuideStar.org. Oh, it feels so good to be back home. GuideStar.org has a complete and comprehensive listing of all the 501c3 nonprofit organizations and LLCs approved by the federal government. Don't be fooled, don't be duped. Visit GuideStar.org today. I don't know. You showed me the story in the newspaper. I just...
They took donations up. Everybody's giving donations.
Here, get closer. Come up to the microphone so they can hear you better. And say hello.
Hello.
No, tell everybody what you were just telling me.
I was just saying that the New Hope
The restaurant,
restaurant
Junction of Hope, Layton Corners,
took up a donation, and they gathered up $19,000 for a new vehicle because their van was really bad and it was going to heck on them. So everybody that went there give donations and that. Well, they found a vehicle at LeClaire Sales,
which is in Chesaning.
And that was like $27,000. Well, they give them the $19,000, and the Clares donated the rest for them to get that new vehicle.
Well,
now
that's
they have a new
nice.
vehicle for them to pick up their special needs workers,
It's awesome.
which will take them to their homes and go pick them up for work and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
I think that's cool. Thank you, Claire, for your help.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hard getting up.
Yeah, hard getting up, hard getting down.
Well, you can always get down.
I can get down. I can
You can buggy, you can get down, but
get down.
getting up might be a little difficult.
Get down.
So, I want to talk more about my visit to Louisiana, which was spectacular. Now, I drove myself to the airport, and Detroit Metro Airport is a fucking monstrosity. Anybody who's ever flown out of Metro knows this because it's easy to get lost. And here it's 4:30 in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, and I'm trying to find my terminal. I almost didn't make it. Although, after we found where I was supposed to go, I discovered that I had plenty of time, but time was being wasted trying to find where I was supposed to go. And I was panicking, like big time, because it's like I already bought the ticket, and Dad's like, "Calm down, son, just relax. We'll find your terminal." And it's like, I'm gonna miss my plane. I'm gonna miss my flight. The ticket's already been paid for. And there were some of the most rudest people there, honking their horns, and you know what? I have a flight to catch too, so fuck off. Yeah. And they were just rude, and it's like, I'm trying to find my terminal because I don't know where I'm supposed to go. And eventually Dad took over driving. I said, "You got to take over. I don't know where I'm going, and I'm having a panic attack." And there was a lady that we met up with. She had driven us. She says, "Follow me. I know exactly where you got to go. Follow me." So, of course, Dad followed her. She put her arm out. She put her blinker on, all that stuff. And where she pulled up, we pulled up behind her. She hit the horn. "Thank you so much." And then when we finally got to where I was supposed to go, I just kicked back in the seat. Dad says, "See, I told you we'd make it, and look, you got plenty of time." He held up his phone and showed me what time it was. "You got plenty of time." It's not the point. The point was I already spent the money on the ticket. The ticket was already purchased. Boarding passes were already printed. I cannot miss my plane. I didn't. And flying, I love flying anymore. I love flying because, and, when you're 35, 40,000 feet in the air, traveling at over 500 miles an hour, it's quite the experience, man. It's quite the experience. Well, because I was on a plane where there were 3 seats per section. And on the back of the seats in front of us, there were touch screen. You can watch movies, play games, and things like that. So I got an aisle seat. And no, my elbow didn't get hit by the cart. I was very conscious of that. But I had an aisle seat, and then there was a woman sitting in the middle, and then the guy sitting at the window. And very nice people, a young couple. I think one of them was a teacher, and we were talking, and it just nice people. And it was a nice flight to Atlanta from Detroit. Then I wait at Atlanta at the Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. Mind you, Atlanta is a huge airport. You think Detroit is big? Go to Atlanta, Georgia. It's one of the busiest airports in the world, in the whole United States. I had to get on a shuttle, they call it, it's called the Concorde, but when you get on it, the doors shut. It's like a subway, like a monorail. The doors shut, and this woman's voice comes over the PA system and says, "Welcome aboard the plane train. Please hold on." So they've got like the metal poles, right, in the middle. And when she says, "Please hold on," she's not kidding. That's what she means. I'm holding on with one hand. I'm holding on to the metal pole. The other hand, I got my carry-on. And then the next thing, gone. It's like, whoa. And what it does is it transports passengers to their gates. Because, like I said, the airport is so fucking gigantic that it would take you a year. It's hyperbolic, I know, but it seems like it would take you a year to get to the appropriate gate where you're supposed to go. So the Concorde, or the plane train, transports you from one end of the airport to the other. I thought it was actually pretty cool. I get on the plane from Atlanta, and if memory serves me correctly, it was a 2-seater aircraft, and there was a woman, a young girl who got the window seat. I, again, got aisle seat. And, nice young girl. Said she had some friends and family back home in Michigan. It's like, okay, that's cool. And so that flight was all right. I land in Baton Rouge, Louisiana from Atlanta, Georgia. I come out. I wait outside. Baton Rouge is a big city. I got my carry-on. I wait outside. I get a text message from my friend. It says, "Have you arrived at the airport yet?" I said, "Yes, I have. I'm outside waiting." She says, "Okay, hang tight. I'll be there shortly." She comes rolling up. She's all excited. "Oh my God, Jer Bear's here. Jer Bear's here." Gave her a big hug. And mind you, I hadn't slept. Dad will tell you that. I hadn't slept that night. And she says, "Well, let's get your luggage in the trunk. Let's get out of here. Let's go have some fun." I'm whooped, from not getting any sleep on top of jet lag. And I'm trying to stay awake in the front seat. And it's like, the first words that come out of my mouth when I got in her car, "Is this really happening right now? This is like a dream come true." And it was. And it was just awesome. I got to meet their daughters, who are actresses, by the way. I was lucky to have met the older daughter. She was vacationing with some friends in Florida, so I was happy and lucky to get to meet her before she left. We had pictures taken. I got to meet some of the family, the sister of the person who came to pick me up at the airport. Got to meet her sister. Got to meet her 2 little girls. It was a wonderful time. And they want me to come back, and I'm looking forward to coming back. I don't know when that'll be, but I'm looking forward to it. And they want me to stay longer than a weekend, so I can do that. I don't know where I'm going to be traveling to next, and quite frankly, I don't want to put out any information publicly. So, just know that I have travel plans. There's people who want to meet me, and we'll make it happen. But, was there anything you wanted to add? No. Amy, how was your week? Dad, how was your week? Say something. Huh? Tiresome.
Yeah. Never heard of tiresome. I never go to sleep. I'm on the 4 o'clock this morning.
Dad cried before I left because I guess he figured he was going to miss me while I was away. And sure enough, I called, checked in on how things were going at home, and he called me to check on how things were going down south. I didn't bring any gumbo back, I'm sorry. I was... Baton Rouge is huge. New Orleans, Louisiana, let me tell you something. If you've never been to New Orleans, Louisiana, go. I encourage you. There's a lot happening down there, but it's very eclectic. There are just different cultures, different personalities. People are everywhere. Bourbon Street, especially Bourbon and St. Peter, around the French Quarter. It was so extravagant. People were everywhere. Trolley cars. There was a building that said "Jazz It Up with Zatarain's." The Zatarain's commercial. It's originally, based in New Orleans, and the building on the side of it said "Jazz It Up with Zatarain's." It's like, no shit. How cool. John Taffer. Taffy. I rode on a ferry, first ever ferry in my entire life, and the Plaquemines, however you say that. I'm sorry, I'm pronouncing it wrong. I was with my friend who picked me up at the airport, and we were with her daughter and her niece, and we got on a ferry. You drive on, and they disconnect because it's like a boat, and it disconnects from like where you drive onto it, and we went across the Mississippi River from one end to the other. I'd never been on a ferry before, ever in my life. We have ferries here in Michigan. I've never been on one. First one I've ever been on was in Louisiana. Plaquemine, I think is how it's pronounced. Yeah. And I did see an alligator eat a catfish. That was on Alligator Bayou Road, which is near Prairieville. And I did get it on camera, of course. It was the coolest thing. We've had some alligator sightings here in Michigan lately. We're not known for gators, not naturally, because, of course, we're not known for alligators. But there were like 5 different reports, I think, of alligator sightings. But they were pets.
Yeah, but the last one ended up going and attacking a guy, and he shot it in that and killed him.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I heard there were someone who had a pet alligator in Owasso got loose. I heard there was an alligator sighting down by Lansing, one out in Tuscola County. These are all pets. Oh, 2 in Lansing. Okay. But these are all exotic pets. And, Michigan, like I said, we're not known for that.
They would never make it in Michigan
because of the winters. Yeah, the nostrils would freeze. Right. But it's weird. It was so awesome though, because we're standing on Alligator Bayou Road.
And you got a fence in between you and the game.
Yeah, there's a fence on the side of the road, and then when you look down, you've got big boulders, and then you've got this river, this creek, and all you can see is the alligator's head, and he's chomping on this catfish. You can hear bones break. Huh? No. No, he wasn't growling, but he was giving me that look. His mouth was open and you could see his teeth. And he was looking right at me and he had that evil look. Like, you're next. Come a little closer. No, I'm fine right here. Yeah, I'm fine right where I'm at. I want to go home in one piece. I don't want to die. It was the coolest thing ever, though, to see a real live alligator in its natural habitat eating a fish in the creek. It was just the coolest thing ever. Is it raining out? Oh, it's sunny.
It's supposed to be in the 80s again today.
But it was a wonderful time. We went to we were in Gonzales, Louisiana. We stopped at this restaurant called Mike Anderson's. Oh my God, was it good. Awesome food. It is a Southern style restaurant, of course, naturally. I don't even remember what I had for dinner.
And the women are gorgeous, huh, Jared?
Yes, they are. They are gorgeous. I don't even remember what I had for dinner at Mike Anderson's. When we were at Adrian's, it was just me and my friend. We didn't have kids or anything. I had crawfish cheese fries. Let me tell you, those are off the hook. Those are good. They know how to cook in Louisiana. And we went to excuse me. We went to this Japanese restaurant, and I had what's called snow crab salad. Snow crab salad, I think, is what it was. It was awesome. Snow crab salad is good. I would recommend it. I don't even remember the name of that restaurant. But we went to Mike Anderson's, we went to Adrian's, we went to the place I can't remember. It was a wonderful time, and they want me to come back. They want me to stay longer, and I plan on it. We'll just have to make arrangements. When I got back home last Monday, it was my friend's birthday, by the way, last Monday when I came home. I was emotional. I was sad because I didn't want to leave my friends. But that sadness and those emotions lasted probably for a day. I got a good night's rest back in my own bed. I woke up the next day feeling refreshed, ready to take on the day. And I can add that to the list of places I've been to. Baton Rouge, Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana. I've been to Atlanta, Georgia. I've been to Gonzales, Louisiana. I've been to Prairieville. I've been to... they have a 17-mile long bridge, which is I-10. And we waited on that bridge trying to get to Lafayette. Never made it to Lafayette, by the way. We also visited this place called the Oak Alley Plantation. Some movies were filmed there. I don't have the list in front of me, of course. There were a lot of different movies filmed there. We went on a tour of the plantation. Back in the old days, slaves were held there. I read up on some of the history. They actually have the beds where the people slept. It was awful. It was awful. Slavery is awful. But, it's good that they preserve history. Excuse me. It's good that they preserve history, because changing history, taking history away, well, it doesn't change history. You can't change history. But trying to conceal it or taking it away doesn't change it. And you can't take away history. We need We need that. We need that so that way we know not to make the same mistakes in the future. That's why we preserve history. But anyway, I do sound very raspy and my voice is not all the way back yet, but I felt well enough to do the Sunday video this week because I'm back home, and I should have better looked at my itinerary, and I should have announced 2 weeks ago that, hey, I'm not going to be home to do the Sunday video update next week, but catch me again on July 28th. I'll be back. Today is the 28th, and here I am. So, what I was gonna do was, because I wasn't home on Sunday, I was gonna do like a preempted version of the Sunday video update on a different day last week. And I figured, screw it, I'll just wait until next Sunday rolls around. I might feel a little better, or at least well enough to talk and to tell everybody how my week was, or my weekend was. And I've been busy. I've been here, I've been there, I've been visiting with friends and family. I was at a grad party yesterday at Chesaning. I've just been busy. I've had a very busy schedule, and it feels good to stay busy. It just means I have a life. And yeah, I'm still here. I sound like shit, and I kind of feel like shit, but here I am. I'm doing okay, other than the allergies and shit going on. Well, that's what it was. I was in when I was in Louisiana, it was hot, and I went from hot conditions to air-conditioned conditions, back and forth abruptly. That's what happened. But it's nobody's fault, nobody to blame. When it gets hot, it gets hot. You want to stay cool. So, that's alright. It's nobody's fault. Where are you going? Huh?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to say peace out.
You gonna be in there all day? Okay, well. Oh, my allergies. But I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing A-okay. Everything's good other than the allergies happening, but I'm alright. I kind of have an idea where I want to travel to next. But like I said, I'm not going to make it public. It's nobody's business where I go or what I do or who I hang out with. It's my life. I have a social life. I have friends out there. And what I do with my friends is my business. So, but, however, I will talk about the fun times that I've had with my friends, because I've had lots of fun with my friends. So, I've been here for about 35 minutes. I figured I'd be here a little longer, provided that there's so much to talk about, because I've been gone for the past couple weeks. But this is a new week. Here I am. I'm back in the saddle. Everything's good. No, there's no bad news to report. Nothing like that. It's all good. I've had some friends text me and message me on Facebook and email me and, did you have fun? Did you have fun? Did you have fun? I did. I loved it. Every minute of it. Every second of it. Had pictures taken. They bought me a photo album. And my friend was going to have some pictures printed off so I could put those pictures in my photo album. We didn't get to it in time. So she said she was going to mail it to me, mail the pictures to me. And so now that's what I wait for. But lots of pictures. We had taken lots of pictures. I was in front of Tiger Stadium. I went to where I was out in front of the Superdome. There were just all kinds of different places down there that I got to see, got to visit. And when I was in New Orleans, it didn't occur to me that they call this city the Big Easy. I should have known that before, but it just slipped my mind. I was just too, mesmerized by all the sights and the sounds and the smells and it was incredible. Hey, Dad, we were going down St. Peter Street in New Orleans. People everywhere. There's bars everywhere. Like drinking bars where you go drink. There is a guy, because we were going probably 15 miles an hour down this St. Peter Street, and there was a guy that came walking out of the bar, staggering out of the bar, and he looked like he was going to fall over. He had a glass of beer, and I told my friend, I said, be very careful, because if he staggers, he's going to fall right in front of us. And he says, okay, well, I'm just going to slide by, Sure enough, he didn't fall, but he came really close to the edge of the street. He was staggering and couldn't. It was incredible, just all the people. And, yep. You couldn't do that here. That's drunk and disorderly. And it's actually against the law to take an open container from inside the bar outside. It's actually against the law here in Michigan. Bourbon Street was packed. Wasn't Mardi Gras or anything like that, but it was packed. People everywhere. They were playing music in the streets. There was a young boy beating a drum, and he was really good. I mean, he was really super good. A guy was playing a guitar, singing songs. There was a guy playing a violin. It was really just a sight to see. New Orleans was fantastic. And I hope I get to go back there someday. Really interesting. But anyway, that's about it. The bed that I slept in at my friend's house was really comfy. They had a little sign on the bed that said, "Welcome, Jer Bear. We are so excited to have you." And they had little hearts on them. I had a bunch of pillows, blankets, and their dog named Zeus. Just the cutest dog ever, so lovable. He sat next to the bed. He was waiting for me. And it was nice. It was just wonderful. We had breakfast. We had dinner. We watched a little television. I watched a short film that one of their daughters was in. Their youngest daughter was in the short film, and it was on YouTube. We watched it front to back. It was awesome. It was an awesome time. I loved it. And I miss my friends. I don't know if they watch my Sunday video updates, but I miss you terribly. But I thank you again for allowing me into your home, and for sleeping in your bed, and for the cold Pepsi. And you did. You made me feel right at home. And the hospitality was amazing. Your family is amazing. I love you. You're my family. And I will be back again someday. I guarantee it. But hopefully when I come back the next time, I won't come back with, I won't come back feeling under the weather. But that's okay. I got to spend time with my beloved friends that I consider family, and I love you all so very much. Thank you for an amazing weekend. I really appreciate it. Hopefully by this time next week, I'll sound better. I won't sound sick. My allergies, my sinuses will be cleared. I'll have my voice back all the way. That's all I can hope for. Is there anything you wanted to add? Of course, there never is. They leave me to do all the talking. And when I run out of things to say, yeah, but you're a part of it. It's my show. It's not a show. Yeah, the Jared Fuller Show. We are drawing near the end of July, of course. I guess I can put this out ahead of schedule, way ahead of schedule. That September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. We are, we're a ways away from September yet, but it's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. All throughout the month of September. And don't forget to let those gold ribbons fly. Show your support. Raise awareness. Do what you got to do to get the word out. So, Dad doesn't have anything to say about that either. But I'm going to get going. I really don't have anything else to talk about other than what an awesome weekend I had. It was fantastic. I enjoyed it very much. I love flying now. I don't have a fear of flying. I don't have a fear of flying. Not anymore. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to go next. Because the possibilities seem so endless. I mean, there's people who want me to get my passport. So I can go to Canada, I can go to Mexico, I can go to England, I can go to all these other countries. We'll get there, I'm sure. Eventually, we'll get there. It's just going to take some time, but we'll get there. So that's about all for now. Thank you so much for watching and for trying to make sense of what I'm saying. Because my voice is not all the way back yet. I should be better by this time next week, or at least I hope. Much love to all of you. I don't know what else to say. I'm out of things to say, so by the time I hit the stop record button, it's all going to come to me. I didn't mention this. No, it's okay. It's alright. But anyway, much love to all of you. Thanks for watching. I will see you next week. Have a good week. Peace out. I'm out of here.
Oh, God. You got it.
Oh, look at
Got
that.
it.
It's still in his
I got
mouth.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Stay still. You're moving my camera. Kennedy, come see this.
It's so cool. You can see.
You can see his tail too back there. It's incredible.
Oh, that hurt. Kennedy. Oh my God, look how bloody.
Where? I don't see it.
It's all in his mouth, girl.
He stopped long enough to say, this is going to be you if you get closer. No, I'm
Too much.
Sorry.
Look at the fence.
I'm fine right here where I'm at. I'm fine right here where I'm at.